Hello, hello. Welcome back to Crazy Fucking Mommy, episode 113. I'm your host, Elyse DeLucci. We are here in Manhattan in my apartment on the Upper East Side. How are you doing? How was Labor Day weekend? I am actually laboring on Labor Day. Thank you. It's nighttime. It's Labor Day weekend. It is actually Monday, September 5th. And everybody's asleep. And I am recording this. And if you were watching it on YouTube, you could see, obviously, I have my kimono on, but also for whatever reason, because I'm recording at night and not in like the crack of dawn in the morning, the lighting is all, fakakta. But so anyway, moving right along. Okay. Excuse me. Fact of the day. I have to say this to you. Fact of the day. Female lions do 85 to 90% of the hunting. Okay. So what exactly do the male lions do again? Can somebody please tell me that? So wait, the female lions, they're hunting and they're gathering, and the men, what are they? What are they, just laying around in the lion's lair, in the den, just roaring it up? Is that what they're doing? The big scary roars, while the females are just going out, working, bringing home the bacon? Give me a break. And on the female lion note, bringing home 85 to 90% of all the hunts. Okay. Britney Spears, if you are not watching her Instagram, you have to, because that is a show within itself. You want to see Britney Spears in concert? Fuck her concert. Watch her Instagram. It's free. Okay. And she's making a lunatic of herself. And I mentioned it in the past. She's going on Instagram and she's just, obviously post-conservatorship, and she's parading around naked, boobies out, rolling around in the sand, dirty chicken cutlet in a thong bikini with her brand new husband, Sam Ashgari. He's 28, she's 40. That's a little suspicious. And this is coming from me that has a boyfriend that's in his late 50s. Thank you. Okay. I don't know why. I just think like 28-year-old guy, like not matured yet, fully matured yet at all. And he's with 40-year-old woman. I mean, they probably have great sex because of the age difference. She's at her sexual peak at 40. He's still trying to slam bam it multiple times a day. You know what I mean? Great for Britney. I don't know. It just seems like a little strange. But anyway, I was on Instagram the other day and she posted this giant post. And I couldn't help to read it, to catch my eye. I caught my eye because I felt like, oh my God, here comes the drama. Ran, got a seltzer, made some kettle corn, and then started scrolling slowly through, reading every word, then reading the sentence again. Because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she's saying this. And it wasn't actually anything so terrible. She was just professing, in words, her love for her boys. And she was saying her love has no boundaries for her children. And she was saying, I hope one day you'll understand why mommy is on Instagram and, dancing around and is naked and being free. And she was saying that it was because of that conservatorship that she had. And it kept her in chains and it had her hooked up to medicine and it just ruled her life. Part of the way she's kind of like being free now is by showing her naked body around. I mean, I don't know. This is what she's saying. Okay. I'm not saying I agree with this. As for all of us content creators out there, me included. Okay. I have looked at things that I have done a year ago, 2 years ago. And I was like, oh my God, can I delete that? Not probably my finest piece of content, but I'm like, but it went viral. But it's like, obviously be careful of what you post. And is Britney thinking about her children while she's running around the beaches naked? Who knows? But she wrote this whole giant letter, right? And I didn't know why she posted it. So of course I got my sleuth on, and then I saw her ex-husband, Kevin Federline. Okay. 44-year-old guy, hasn't had a job in 15 years. Male lion just sitting in his lair, roaring. And who is he roaring to? The media. He wanted to talk to the media in light of her wedding. Okay. Did anybody ask him? I mean, I'm sure they did, but does he really, it sounds like probably TMZ knocked on his door, right? And offered to pay him to talk. And, so gross that he probably took the money and he's talked. And basically he said to the media that he is compelled to apologize to their sons, his and Britney's sons, for anything that she's doing right now on social media. He feels he has to apologize on her behalf to them. How ridiculous is that? Psycho. And then he said to the media, he said, and I tell our sons, well, listen, maybe this is mommy's way of expressing herself after the conservatorship, after she got married, why she's running around naked, whatever. I think that part is pretty noble. And he said, and then the other thing that he said I think made sense is he said, imagine if you were one of our sons, they're 14 and 15, and you're in school. And everybody's talking about how your mother's going around like, shaking her ass on Instagram. Yeah, like I'm sure that is embarrassing, right? But how about why are you feeding the media? How about that? If you're so concerned with your kids' privacy, Kevin Federline, okay, if you know that your ex-wife might be having a nervous breakdown again, or if you know that she's doing some kind of avant-garde version of expression by turning her Instagram account into a video form of hustler, why do you need to feed into that and go talk to the media? Who cares about you? Who cares about you? And then, so I'm reading this and I'm like, okay, why is he talking? Weird. But then I'm going on the article, and then I see he has the boys. He has the kids talk also to the media, which I think is completely inappropriate. What is it? Which one is it? I have it right here. Oh, Jaden, 15 years old, Jaden James, he says, he tells the media on why he didn't attend his mom's wedding. He says, oh, well, we just felt like at the time it wasn't a good time to go. I'm not saying I'm not happy for my mom. I am happy for her, but we didn't attend the wedding. It's like, this is family drama. Britney Spears is a mother, okay? And she's a divorced mother, and she has 2 boys, okay? She has 2 teenage boys, and her ex-husband wasn't at her wedding. Her sons weren't at her wedding. Her parents weren't at her wedding. None of her siblings were at her wedding to her boyfriend of a few years. Whether that's right, whether that's wrong, it's her business. It's private. And yes, of course, she's a giant pop star. Of course, it's going to be in the media. Of course, everybody's, it's going to be scandalous. Oh, she got married, and who was at the wedding? Madonna. That was who was at the wedding. Madonna, right? But that was Christina Aguilera. Was she there too? All these non-important people in her life, but everybody that her family, her kids, they weren't there. It's scandalous, right? And it's fine. But then the ex-husband has to go talk. And then what a douche. He goes and gets the sons to go talk to the media too. It's like, honestly, please, how much did they pay you? What are you so desperate? And by the way, but this is why I'm talking about. This is why I'm thinking about Britney Spears and the female line. Because Britney Spears, she had 4 tours, right? In the last decade and a half. She was a judge. I think it was on X Factor, right? She makes God knows how much money from ad campaigns and social media and royalties and whatever else. Okay. And these people are she's supporting everybody. She's the female lion doing that 85 to 90% hunting and gathering. She's doing more than that. Okay. And she's supporting Kevin Federline, who hasn't had a job for the 15 years. Her sons, of course. She was supporting her father and her mother and her sister. God knows who else. Sam Ashcroft. Honestly, I don't feel bad for anybody. We all dealt with whatever hand. It's up to us to whatever. That's ground in my mind. My grandma saying, don't feel bad for anybody. I don't feel bad for anybody. But I do think that this poor girl is getting such a shitty end of the stick. She wanted to be a little starlet when she was younger. Her parents cash cowed her all the way to Hollywood, right? God knows what their sacrifices they had to make their baby girl's dreams come true. But I'm sure if baby girl had an adult brain and knew that she was going to be in for a lifetime of confusion and mooching, okay, and mental health and breakdowns, I'm sure she probably would have not wanted to be a little starlet, right? She had just had this little girl dream. Her parents cash cowed it, okay? She became who she became, big pop star, mega pop star. Okay, that's so much pressure for one person to handle. Okay, and then she gets married and she has kids and she's having breakdowns and they're in public. And then she's slapped with this insane conservatorship on her, right? And it stays for way too long. And then her scumbag ex-husband, her scumbag has those kids talking to it's like, please, you know what everybody should do? Everybody should just leave her the hell alone. Let her dance and sing and do whatever the hell she wants to do on Instagram. Eventually it'll stop and just everybody go about their business. That sounds like a much better idea. No? No? And the boys are in the media. They're saying, "Oh, we do think the conservatorship went on too long." But the grandkids, these boys, so Jaden and Preston, they're saying about their grandfathers. Now, Britney Spears' fathers, Jamie, they're saying, well, at first he was trying to be like any father, and he was letting his daughter pursue her dream as a superstar. But then this conservatorship went on way too long, and it's probably why my mom was very angry about the whole situation because she was working too long and she was supporting everybody. And she probably should have taken a break and relaxed. I literally read that just like verbatim, by the way, from this interview. And it's like, this is a 15 or 16-year-old, 14, whatever year old boy saying this about his mom to the international global media. Like they don't, it's like he's a little kid. He doesn't even have his whole mind developed. And he's on this global platform talking about his own mom. I mean, it's fucked up on so many levels. It's like this Britney Spears, 40-year-old woman, overworked, used, abused, just probably trying to do the best job that she can do given the tools that she has, right? And the life that she has created. And you know what? If these people even gave a fuck about her, okay, if they gave a shit about her, when they saw that she was having her hard times, if she was saying she was burnt out or she was exhausted, these people, they would have encouraged her, like her young son is saying, to take a break and relax. Do you really think she was probably like, do you think Britney Spears was probably like having 2 kids and was like, no, I have to go. No, it was probably freaking her father and her mother. Anyway, it just makes me so bad. And then the kids, they go on in the interview. They then start talking about the grandfather. Oh, my grandfather, he's not a bad person. He didn't really mean to keep this conservatorship on. He really wants the best for his daughter, but he probably just forgot about it. It's like, this little boy, like you don't even, stop. This is like, he is going to be confused as an adult, Honestly, everybody should just be trying to keep those kids' lives as normal as possible, in my humble opinion. And by the way, Kevin Federline's wife, let's talk about this for a second. His wife apparently was like competing like for at the Olympic level in volleyball. He has a new wife. Well, new, like 9 years new, wife after Britney. She was like a mega athlete, like competing at the Olympic level for volleyball. And this woman, she's a special ed teacher. She sounds like she's a nice girl, right? Kevin Federline's wife. Why did she marry him? I mean, like, does that not seem like a weird match to you? Like, hi, I play volleyball. I was competing at the Olympic level and I'm a special ed teacher. And you know what? I'm going to go get married, run off with the guy that hasn't had a job for God knows how long. Like maybe she liked being like, I don't know, like the side dish to fame. The whole thing's weird. You know what else is weird? Lantern bugs. Okay. Oh my God. Please. If you are in the tri-state area, and I know a lot of you are, please tell me that you know about lantern bugs. I know you do. These are these killer bugs. By the way, I'm drinking a new flavor of seltzer I got at Target. Polar watermelon lemonade. At first, I was like, I don't really like a watermelon sparkling drink, but it's growing on me. And I have like 12 of them, so I kind of have no choice. And my kids don't drink them. Of course, they like the flavors that I like. So they drank all my mommy's favorite flavors. Now I'm stuck. I'm stuck with the other thing. Welcome to motherhood. Anyway, I think I noticed my first lantern bug like a few months ago. And I was out and I saw this thing that looked like a giant ladybug. And I was like, oh my God, ew. And my boyfriend was like, no, it's a ladybug, leave it. And I was like, it's like a ladybug on steroids. And, I didn't think anything of it. And then I think I was around my family or something, and someone was talking about lantern bugs. And I was like, wait a second, these are the giant flying ladybugs? And then my sisters were like, yeah, and they're pests. and they're dangerous and all this stuff. So of course, I'm like, is this a new bug? Like, where did these bugs come from? Right? Okay. First of all, I got some facts for you people. Okay. Lantern bugs are dangerous because they are a threat to vineyards. Like they eat all the crops. Okay. And they feed on sap of over like 70 plants, including grapevines, hence the serious threat to vineyards. But basically what lantern bugs do is that they feed on plants and then they extract this like honeydew. Like they're like number two. It's like a honeydew. Gross. And it's sticky and it's gross and it attracts molds and it could get slippery. So for example, if you have a lantern bug infestation in your house and all of a sudden their number two is this slippery goo that's going all over your floor, you could literally slip and fall and have like a safety issue. Okay. But apparently lantern bugs, they're not dangerous to people. They're not dangerous to pets. They are dangerous to the crops, right? And they were discovered in Pennsylvania, like, I don't know, I think in 2014. And if they did damage to Pennsylvania, this is crazy, $324 million a year. $324 million a year is the number that was calculated out if lantern bugs were really to affect all of the crops in Pennsylvania. Lantern bugs came from China. Okay. And they came though in like the 1700s. For some fucking odd reason, we only noticing them, I think in like 2014, right? There became a pest, I think then. But here's the deal. If you have lantern bugs, if you're seeing these lantern bugs and you want to know how to kill them, if you get a dish soap like Dawn and a water bottle and you mix a little solution together, you get like a spray bottle going, and you could spray them or spray the area. And apparently that works. I also read that you could do the dish soap, water, and a tablespoon of vegetable oil. That also will get them to go away. So basically, I mean, I'm in Manhattan, knock on wood. I mean, God, you never fucking know, okay, with this goddamn city. But I don't have the bugs in my house, okay? But I did hear on Staten Island, there were some lantern bug infestations, which is horrifying. But they are all over New Jersey. When I was at my sister's house recently, I think we saw like a few outside, just gross. And you know why I'm saying, who knows what this godforsaken city? Because, oh my God, on the Upper East Side, I don't know if you read this, in Manhattan, Upper East Side, two girls, broad daylight, they are walking near the Guggenheim Museum. So that's like 5th Avenue and like 89th Street-ish. And these motorcades, there's these kids like on motorbikes and like trikes, right? And they ride in like packs down the block. It's like really so fucking frightening. I talked about this, I think, before. Anyway, these motorbikes, they jumped on the sidewalk, okay? And they ripped one of the girl's chains off her neck. And look, I don't know, these girls were badass bitches because instead of just running away, I would have been like, take my fucking chain. I am out. Like, mama's out. They fought back. The one girl is like holding back on her necklace, and the other friend is like fighting the guy. It was ridiculous. Okay. That happened in this godforsaken crazy city right now. And then also around 89th Street on 1st Avenue, another thing that I just heard about, which is horrifying, unrelated to the motorcades, some man came up to a woman in broad daylight, came up to her from behind, pulled down the front of her shirt, like her tank top, and started sucking on her left nipple. I don't even know how that's possible. Do you know how terrifying that is? How fucking can you imagine walking down the street and all of a sudden from behind, somebody pulls your shirt down and then starts putting their mouth on your boob? Like that, the sequence of events, the fastness of that whole scenario. Girl refused medical attention. Okay. Guy ran off. I don't know if they caught the guy. This is what we're living in, people. This is what we are fucking living. This is what the city is like right now. Let me tell you something. This weekend, Labor Day weekend, I did a staycation with my girls. We have a little pool membership. We hung out at the pool. We had a great time. I took them for ice cream at night. Like we did little projects. We made lasagna, fun, whatever. 2 nights ago, I wanted to take them for ice cream on the Upper East Side. So I go over to this place. It's on 81st and 2nd. It's called Anita Gelato. Delicious. It's on the corner. It's delicious. However, I should have known better taking the kids at, I don't know, 7:30 at night to this gelato place, which by the way, usually is like that's usually when we're in the house and bedtime's going on and watching movie, milk, cookie, that thing. But special treat, Labor Day weekend, staycation, let's get gelato. Go over to Anita Gelato, line wrapped around the corner. Of course it is. Of course, Labor Day, of course. So then we walk up 2nd Avenue, going up north, and there's a 16 Handles, which is like a frozen yogurt place or something. And I knew they weren't going to want that. And then further up, a little up on the block, still between this 82nd and 81st, Pinkberry. They never had Pinkberry. I took them there. They loved it. And let me tell you, they didn't like the original flavor. But Pinkberry came out with a flavor that I just tried actually for the first time. Because usually when I go to Pinkberry, I always get original. The Pinkberry has this new flavor. Chocolate hazelnut. Oh my God. It doesn't even taste like Pinkberry. Like it doesn't have that tart yogurt kind of taste that the Pinkberry original has, or like the Pinkberry pomegranate. This is chocolate hazelnut. It's like Nutella light. That's what it tastes like. How delicious does that sound? Like light Nutella ice cream, but it's like kind of yogurt. Like I don't even think it's ice cream. And I didn't look up the nutritional facts. Sorry. But they had the adorable little small baby cups of chocolate hazelnut, the little gummy bears. Anyway, so they wanted to walk with the ice cream. Now it's like, I don't know, 7:45, 8 o'clock at night. They want to walk. They want to walk about a couple blocks. I say to them, absolutely not. We're not walking with our ice cream. What are you, crazy girls? I said, we're sitting inside and eating it. Like, well, we want to sit outside. Well, there was no tables available outside. So we sat inside the store, which is annoying because if you've ever been to that Pinkberry on 81st and 2nd or 82nd and 2nd, what the hell it is, it's, it's small, it's cramped. You hear like a fucking ice cream machine in the back. It's not, the lights are so bright. Like you feel like you're going blind, fluorescent lighting. Really, they should really do something with that. But anyway, I said to the girls, the reason why we can't walk with the ice cream is because mommy has a cup and you both have cups. All it takes is 1 minute of mommy putting her face down with the spoon and the cup. Okay. And for somebody to grab you and because I'm not on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on. But 1 second, split freaking second. Right. Or what if I am done and I'm just holding both of their hands, or I let go of their hand because the one wants to hold the ice cream cup and with the spoon with the other hand, right? And they're trying to feed their little selves. I said, it's dark out. I don't trust it. And by the way, all of these crimes that I've been telling you that I mentioned, the nipple sucking, I can't. The neck, broad daylight. But this is, at night obviously is even worse. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't even know what I'm doing. I mean, the worst, I can't say any of this to my mother. I can't tell my mother any of this because then she gets the violin out. Why don't you move to New Jersey? Come move near me. It's like, hello, I work here. Hello, hi, I live here. Like I live here and I work here. I'm not just like moving. And I'm divorced. And my ex-husband, he only lives a few blocks away from me. When you're divorced, normal divorce. Well, I shouldn't say normal. Amicable divorced couples like us. We're staying close to each other. It's best for the kids. I'm not just going to uproot and move to New Jersey. And by the way, I'm not going to do that anyway because I don't work there. Like, so I can't even tell my mother. I can't even tell her because I can't friggin' deal with when the violin comes out. Okay. Oh my God. City's so dangerous. And yeah, it is. I'm going goddamn broke here taking Ubers everywhere. I got kicked out of Lyft. Did I tell you I got kicked out of Lyft? I was taking Lyfts everywhere because Lyft was cheaper than Uber. But I got kicked off the Lyft app because I wasn't wearing a mask, right? Like the one time, I'm sorry. The one time I get in your car service and I forgot my mask. I forgot it upstairs. You know why I forgot it? Because no one's wearing masks really around. Although I should say in grocery stores and a lot of the CVS's or whatever, there are a lot. I do notice a lot of people wearing masks. Today, specifically, I went into a supermarket on the west side called Brooklyn Fair. And I noticed that a lot of people had masks on. I was like, oh, this is strange. But anyway, so one day I get into the lift. I don't have my mask on. They kicked me out of the damn app. I tried to get a car. A few days later, they're like, sorry, you're out of the app. Please find another ride sharing service. Now I'm taking Uber, which is more expensive. Anyway, my point is, I can't even take the train because the city's so expensive. Okay? Please. Did you hear about the lunatic in Detroit? There's a guy in Detroit who owns a Tesla. Good for you. And I don't know why, he implanted his Tesla key in his hand. He went into the media saying he was looking for a more efficient and direct solution to open his car door. So he got the chip implanted, his car key implanted into his hand. So now his hand has the power to unlock the door. Good for you. Like, really? Who cares? Is it that difficult? Was it that difficult for you to go in your pocket and get out the key of the card or whatever the hell it is with Tesla? The app, was it that hard for you? I don't even know. I don't have Tesla. Well, I don't have any car because I had the accident. And now I absolutely refuse. I refuse. I am not giving a car dealership not one red cent of my money until the car prices come down. Because the world's gone mad, right? My car garage in the city, they raised my price by I think $250 a month since the start of the pandemic. Like, what are they, nuts? I'm not going to get a car right now. First of all, I got my boyfriend. He's like my Uber driver, And it's like, get a car, pay an exorbitant amount of money for a car I probably am not even going to want. And then, because you can't have your pick of the litter right now. And then gas is, like $4, $5, $6 a gallon, depending on where you live. And then pay up the wazoo for a spot. Get the hell out of here. My God. Have you seen, by the way, the new Barbie core trend? That's right. If you want to be Barbie, if you loved Barbie growing up, look no further. 2022, baby. Barbie core. That's what they're calling it. Barbie core is basically wearing everything hot pink or all pink. If you Google Anne Hathaway red carpet Barbie core, you will see what I'm talking about. She was on some red carpet. I don't know, some award show a few months ago. I actually loved her outfit. She had I think their Prada, they were like pink, ankle strap, satin, high, crazy platform. They look like Bratz doll shoes. And I think she had on a pink miniskirt or something like this, all pink. I love dressing in monochrome. I love dressing in monochromatic colors. I love chartreuse green and a green skirt and green and tights and a green headband. I'm ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved this. I love an all purple outfit. I just love that. And unfortunately though, I don't have a lot of monochrome outfits these days because I'm a size 2 to 22 at any given moment. So, whatever. But I'm into Barbie core. I'm into Barbie core. I'm into the all hot pink look. Oh, and I love, partial to me. Sorry, guys. But, and I know Barbie. I know Barbara doll. Barbara, because that's her real name, right? Barbie doll. Her real name is Barbara. I know she's blonde and blue-eyed, but I am partial to an all pink outfit when you have light skin and very dark hair like I do. Because then, of course, you could wear hot pink lipstick and it'll pop. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, basically what I'm trying to tell you is if you see me on social media and I'm dressed in pink latex pants and pink stilettos and a pink turtleneck, I will be doing the Barbie core trend. But the fashion is crazy. The Y2K, I thought that was just kind of a little fad. I don't know, a year ago, I was doing these Target videos and it was I was going to Target, seeing all this 90s crazy shit and prairie dresses and I was like Y2K fashion, but no, it's really here. Crop tops, baby. They're here. They're not baby tees, bell bottoms. Someone was talking about the brand Stussy. Remember Stussy? Remember Paris Blues and Jinko? These brands are popping up. I can't mini skirts, which I'm partial to because mini skirts are part of my signature style. I have a signature style. Let me tell you what my signature is. My signature is black leggings, black boots, and like a turtleneck. That's like my signature winter look. Okay. And like maybe like a jacket, like a kimono, like some kind of jackety thing over, right? Unless the turtleneck is like a big cashmere kind of like fluffy thing. Then I just do the turtleneck, the leggings, and the boots, right? That's my thing. But when I want to dress up, air quotes, dress up, like we're on stage, I always wear the same thing. And I've been wearing this, by the way, since I'm in seventh grade. Black turtleneck, fitted, black mini skirt, opaque tights. That's the look. Sometimes with sneakers, sometimes with high top Nikes, sometimes with like high boots, low boots. That's my look. Mini skirts, fresh to death. No midi skirts here. I look like a house in a midi skirt. I don't do maxi skirts because then I don't know. I look like I'm part of the FLDS. No offense. Okay. And like a knee length pencil skirt, I really do like. I love the way a pencil skirt looks. I love a knee length skirt, like, but you need a high heel. I don't perform in high heels. Like I perform in flats. Thank you. So that's my signature look. So I'm partial to the mini skirt, but baby tees, shiny outfits, latex, crop tops, flares, like velour tracksuits. Ooh, chokers. Love chokers. All this stuff is back. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. It's like I'm into. I'll do a bell bottom. The difference with doing a bell bottom these days, though, and doing a bell bottom like 20 years ago, or of course, if you're older than 40 years ago when they were like first and stuff, is that now, I'm heavier now. So like 20 years ago, I was wearing bell bottoms. It was cute. I was like a little min pin. I just had like my jeans and then the bell bottoms. It's like now it's like, oh, I got hips. Ooh, and bell bottoms. It's like too many curves. It's like identity crisis. I haven't done much shopping for myself for the fall, like for product of the week, clothes wise. But I did go on the Gap to get the girls some stuff. And I saw the Gap had some 90s grunge flannels. So I got a couple of flannels. I got a hot pink and cream colored flannel and a hunter green and like white or cream or something flannel. Definitely worth looking at. They were on sale. Also, I went to Victoria's Secret website and I kind of banned Victoria's Secret years ago. Short version, I went to the Victoria's Secret fashion show 1,000 years ago. I used to work, one of the companies I worked for, again, 1,000 years ago, I was on the founding team. The company was called Breaking Media. And one of the websites we had was fashionista.com. And it's still around. It's like a popular fashion website, gossipy. It was like groundbreaking when we first were doing it, right? And I was, my role there was I was doing all the sales and marketing for the company, right? For all the sites. Anyway, long story short, I was invited to the Victoria's Secret fashion show through that job. I went and they had a cocktail party and there was all the men that like ran the company at Victoria's Secret. They were all like old white fat guys in like, I don't know, Brooks Brothers suits. Like you would never think that these were the people that ran Victoria's Secrets. And they were like from the Midwest or from the South. Like it was just like a weird thing. Anyway, they were talking about how they changed the fabrics in like the underwear, like production or whatever. And I don't know if you remember, that was like around the time when I always wear Victoria's Secret's underwear, even still to this day. But the quality went way down and they changed it to like cut margins or whatever. So I kind of like banned them for a long time, even though I was still buying the underwear. But they resurfaced in my mind this summer when I saw that they had the high-waisted, high French cut bikinis, because I was looking for a French cut bikini, the high leg, but I needed a high waist to cover the C-section scars and like, just like mom stomach. Hello. And they had it. So they kind of back on my radar now. Anyway, so I went for a gander the other day after the Gap. And as I'm loading up the website, I'm seeing that they have the velour tracksuits back at VS. And they were, barbecue color, hot pink, but not a wide leg pant, like a tapered pant, which not really, like it's a little too MC Hammery, kind of, but not jeany, like not like diaper butt, it's just like the bottom is tapered. So I don't know, I might give that a little look-see. So that's my product of the week. Gap flannels definitely I think are going to be worth it. Apparently, according to the reviews, they run big. I ordered a size medium. We'll see. I'll probably return it to get a small because if I could ever eke out a small or an extra small on anything, I love it. But the medium has its perks because you can like tie it up, 90s style, like make that little knot like near your belly button, with a shirt underneath. Like that's exactly what I should be doing as I'm heading right into middle age, ladies. Anyway, that's what I have for today's episode of Crazy Fucking Mommy. Next week, by the way, I'm going to be talking about back to work stuff because I read some crazy article about Credit Karma and their chief HR person and what they're saying about going back to work. And I'm just like, oh my God, really? Are we still like return to the office? I mean, are we still talking about this? It's 2.5 years of pure anxiety. And then I was talking to another girlfriend. Well, Credit Karma is not a girlfriend. That was an article I read, but I was talking to a girlfriend at the pool I belong to who works at Google. And she was telling me what they're doing on return to office. So more on that for episode 114, but this is 113. I'm Elyse DeLucci. This is Crazy Fucking Mommy. And our quote of the day is by Albert Einstein. Imagination is everything. It's the previews of life's coming attractions. You dream it, you do it, baby. We love all that manifestation stuff here at Elyse DeLucci. It's not the Elyse DeLucci show anymore. At Crazy Fucking Mommy. I'm Elyse DeLucci. Thank you for listening. Love to love you, baby.